lanes, we've seen the Edge of Night.
Yeah, Edge of Night's quite common.
Usually you end up with the Cerildas.
Yeah.
It's nice if you can build a Maw. Maybe you can this game.
Yeah, I think you can. It is lethality Varus, this game. So
Yeah,
2 Halo Blades, bit of lane pressure there, but honestly, do they win out against Callista Renata? I'm not entirely sold.
Well, you've got a tall order as Arding. You have to land all your spells on a Callista.
Yeah.
With Cleanse.
It does feel like Halpigs have drafted themselves into maybe 2 losing lanes and what could be a contentious lane down bot. Yeah. So it almost feels forced to be playing around this bot side because Aatrox should be beating the Udyr.
I think he'll be beating the Udyr later, but I don't think you're too worried about the early game.
I don't think either of them are, but that's sort of generally Udyr wins the war of attrition, just has a little bit less mana costs, can push in those waves really, really quickly, even from level 1. Whereas a lot of other top laners can't do that. Now, importantly, of course, Aatrox doesn't have any mana. He just has cooldowns, so...
Yeah, he does okay in the War of Attrition himself.
Yeah, for sure. And he also has sort of methods to be able to get his health back.
Yeah. As ICU is doing what most Udyrs do and looking to get into the enemy jungle be annoying. He is on top of a ward, though. We'll see how this bot lane... And I like the camera on bot lane here because this is probably what's deciding the... game, honestly.
It does feel that way. Obviously, top could very quickly get out of hand for either side, and that just be the.
Yeah, I just don't imagine the Udyr dying. That's all. And even if the Aatrox falls behind the Udyr, I'm not that worried about him.
Sure. Becky's coming in.
We haven't really seen Udyrs run away with games.
Yeah, they kind of just get themselves a lead and then become annoying in team fights, just running around in circles with that Phoenix dance, stunning people up with the BS dance.
Unsurprisingly, early prio for DCG.
Yeah, I think they just get prio this whole game. I don't really know what Pyke's supposed to do. I think maybe at some stage you just have to look to roam, but...
I mean, you just wait for your jungler to get here.
Yeah, but even then, who are you hooking? Orca maybe, but...
Yeah.
If you're hooking Orca, that just leaves Tide so much time now.
I mean, DCG are red side bot lane. There are a lot of paths here, and they don't have any wards covering them.
I think they will be aware of this now. Yeah, they are. Walking up river. Oh, Orca, you might find yourself in a little bit of trouble. Uh-oh.
Okay. This could be something. They might get some out of this, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's one. Now, hook available still.
It's a massive chunk. Pretty good wave clear on the Varus. He should be able to get that into tower and deny some creeps. His Shengbai is pretty chunked on the Corki, but... Oh, he doesn't have fleet footwork. It's gone for first strike.
Ah, classic.
Yeah, we've seen this a million times.
Yeah, I see you just being annoying.
Yeah, so strong early game.
Yeah, absolutely. Vi's certainly not going to be able to contest, and Taco doesn't want to leave the crashed wave to help out, so just going to have to relent some pressure and accept that you're not getting those Krugs right now. Does come bot, pick himself up. At least the scuttle grab. Arding very, very low. Tide also, though.
This could be scary.
Definitely could. 6-5 does have flash available. GodJJ looking to block. Oh! Ooh, unlucky. GodJJ, though, getting very low. Does have flash. Is going to commit it. Not sure that he needed to in the end there, but... Oh, finding a lot of damage. 6-5 is actually just going to get creep blocked. Oh my god.
So close. Ignite still up on Arding. Probably not expecting that to turn into a kill on the Vi somehow. And kind of
still looking. 6-5. Now he's going to get that Ignite out. Oh, and it's a disaster.
Yeah, that's...
Oh my...
No way.
This... Wow. I mean, I feel... so bad for the Halpigs bot lane.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. They caught a lucky break initially, honestly, with the Vi Q. We're going to see it here. As this is how Arding gets chunked at the very beginning of the fight. Oh, he gets handshake into the tower, eats the Ignite, has to use heal. And then the Vi Q actually bumps the Varus before he can flash to connect on the Pyke. So a lucky break for Halpigs, and they turn it around and almost manage to get a kill. If the Ignite had come out here, this was definitely a kill.
Oh.
Almost a kill anyway. And then Arding tries to finish off the Vi. I'm surprised she doesn't go down here.
Leveled up in the bush.
levels up, but still he lands a Q auto ignite. You think she's just dead, but
Well done, or could have used those Renata abilities as a shield.
And then the Varus Q doesn't finish him off. Disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta not let that phase you as Hellpigs. Your bot lane is still very strong. Sums even. Just the cleanse up on the Callista.
It is very hard to not let that phase you, though.
Yeah.
I know that certainly phases me.
Yeah.
Especially when it happens just like 3 times in such quick succession.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just disaster after disaster.
But yeah, as you said, got to try and get past that.
Oh, I didn't even notice his Halo Blades on the Callista, so he might be going for like a Youmuu's.
Yeah, Youmuu's Guinsoo's is what the LCK have been doing when this happens.
Oh, Youmuu's Guinsoo. Okay, I thought you might go Q-Max full lethality. We used to see a bit of that.
Yeah,
on the Callista.
I mean maybe, but in general, there's been a lot of Youmuu's into the Guinsoo's. It just means that you aren't so pigeonholed into forcing sort of a Q only. It means in team fights you should have a little bit more effectiveness.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising to see the Guinsoo's just because there are so many tanky champs. If they have a lot of squishies, the lethality build might be a little bit better. But they've got plenty of tanky units for you to stack your Guinsoo's up on the Callista.
665 back bot.
Back in the bot lane.
Doesn't have flash, and I mean to make this work, it's going to have to be a dive and 2 full health bot laners, as well as you not really having all that much lockdown.
Yeah,
it feels a little bit ambitious.
Pyke's so annoying to dive. I think he might just be protecting his bot lane, making sure they can get the crash. As he is leaving now, though. So much vision for Hellpigs down here, though. He's looking mid. Without level 6, he's never killing this Corki, though. Shanghai might be taking over that lane a little bit. Both junglers heading bot. Vi's going to have Q down here if he... Vi kind of has no way out right now. No flash.
Yeah, going to get stunned up, knocked up by that crash down. Going to get pulled on back. Arding, though, is going to actually be found, and Tide is going forward.
Yeah, and there's the power of the Renata denying a kill.
The revive did come through. Man, 665. He has been living...
Yeah.
Oh, this is so tragic.
Yeah.
Arding just committing a little bit too much there.
Yeah. It's like we're almost seeing the Pyke work out, but, you know, by pretty small margins, it's just...
Cooldown boots. Interesting. Take a look again. I mean, is there a way for Arding to do have as much impact without going down? Probably.
I think he maybe just gets caught by a handshake. Yeah. I mean, he...
Oh, yeah, just the CC layering is fantastic.
Yeah, just gets caught by the handshake mostly. Maybe not much of a choice if you're going for the hook there. You're very immobile as the Pyke, easy to hit with skill shots.
Yeah, this is true.
Cooldown boots. On who? Is it Strange on Nika?
No, Strange on Pyke.
Oh. Oh, well, I mean, in Mobies, I only ever see, like... Oh, in solo queue, I only ever see Mobies.
Yeah. I think Mobies is usually what's picked up. I mean, you can also go the plated steel caps, I think. But, yeah, definitely haven't seen a whole lot of cooldown boots in my time. Well, we'll see. I mean, he has been landing his abilities. He's been impactful. The problem is every time he's found what I'd call a good amount of impact, it's led to 665 living on the most minute number of health.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a tough lane to be an aggressor into, the Callista Renata. One of the strongest lanes. Yeah, if the Ashe is banned, this might be the strongest lane you can really have. So it's really hard to get aggressive into them. And, you know, places where you'd be trading kills, you know, you're just down a kill.
Yeah, now Tide has no sums. Hostile takeover not yet available. Ooh, the handshake does land, but Tide overcommits. He gets knocked up. He does get the revive, and he's living. GodJD will be able to pick that one up at long last.
Comes by.
They are able to find that kill without someone getting away on a slither of HP, and so GodJD picks himself up his first. Arding, unfortunately, finds himself a third death.
Yeah, nice play to punish the cleanse being down on the Callista. They have so much CC to layer on top of her. She's always dead there. Unfortunately, Arden goes down
Oh my
too. Nice.
god, 665 has found the perfect max range Q flash into the Vault Break, the cease and desist, and Xingbai is going to find himself a snappy recall here.
I mean, we've seen how impactful 665 can be on this vibe behind early game, and we're going to see what he can do with a really good start to the game. So far, so good.
Yeah, already having one Dragon 2 makes things a lot easier. Teleport coming through here from Xingbai. Going to be able to pick up Taco almost certainly. Does have the package though, so...
Might just use it to get back to lane.
Yeah, going to be able to get back to lane quicker. It also means that these Void Grubs are 100% secure.
Yeah.
But that would have happened anyway with Taco being taken out. An important pickup though, obviously, as the Corki, getting any form of early gold is
massive.
fantastic, so...
Yeah, and he also picked up the package around the dragon spawning. They're not going to use this package to contest the dragon, but it'll be up for the next dragon now.
Yeah. Harding coming back is level 6. Of course, both bot laners now finally having access to their ult. What happens here?
Just dies. Yeah.
Oh. 665 truly be doing things around the
he's
map.
a bit blessed this game. Seems like everywhere he goes, things just go well for him, yeah.
Is he playing well?
As he's got a full item completed already on the Vi. Bit of a monster now.
Yeah, now Lethality Varus is getting pretty decimated here in this lane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's entirely the fault of his own. Orca going to be hooked up. Wow, that was a very, very near miss. Arding trying to get that flash done, but Tide flashing over the wall means that he will remain safe.
Should be happy to trade flashes, Kalista for Pike. But another strong point of this Kalista pick is that you can't commit onto Orca on the Renata. He is so out of position there, but you can't commit any spells onto him because he's just going to get Kalista.
Oh, this pocket of vision once again is coming to play. Goes a little bit too early there. Arding should be getting Vault Break. It is going to. Actually, God JJ does. Hostile Takeover is going to connect, and so does that Q from the Kalista. Another kill found. Arding going down. And Kriskada's ult will force out Xingbai's flash. And so everything going perfectly here for the side of DCG. As Kazma, he's stuck in a rough position. Going to use that Magnet Storm, but Tide, he's going to be able to rend that one away. He's picked himself up a 4th. And the whole map really just coming up.
Yeah, whenever you've got this Kalista in the bot lane, you just send as many members as you can down there, and most fights are going to be winning for you, especially with Kalista Renata.
Yeah.
You saw how far away they could follow up the engage. I mean, Vi looked, with pretty much any other bot lane, Vi is just way out of position going too deep on Varus by herself there, but with the Renata ult to follow up, you're going to see it here. 665 just dives tier 2, pretty much. And Orca's way out of position, but you can't go on him. Trading flashes. Oh, and this is actually, this is the wrong play. I was thinking of...
Here we go.
Yeah, I was thinking of the play that's coming up with the Vi coming over the wall. It looks a little bit janky at first when 665 comes over the wall, but they're not ready to go.
A second too early.
Yeah, the wave hadn't crashed yet, so it made them flinch a bit, but look how deep 665 goes here. But the Renata ult, the Kalista ult to follow up, they can just follow from, you know, a screen away. Xingbai shows up, has to flash out.
Yeah, Valkyrie's over the wall, flashes back the other way. And 665 once again rearing his head down on his bot side. Xingbai now, the most likely target if they were to pull the trigger.
Something going for you if you're the Hellpigs here is that you have a lot of wave clear. Udyr's always going to be able to hold his lane fine, and Corki and Varus have great wave clear. So maybe you'll lose the tier 1s just because it's a bit unsafe to protect them, but once you're down to your tier 2s, you can defend them forever. To do that, you're going to need to grab a dragon at some point if you want to stall this game out.
Yeah, and I think that's really where the problem comes in, right? Is that it doesn't feel like they're ever going to be in a position to really contest these dragons.
Yeah.
It is just going to be another lethality item here for Tide, so I imagine it is Q-Max lethality sort of poke Kalista.
Oh, cool. We don't see that too often.
Definitely not, but I mean, he's 4-1, so...
Yeah,
if it doesn't work here, it never will.
Decides he's going to leave the Udyr and Rel for someone else to kill and go for backline. I'm not sure who is killing the Udyr and Rel if this game goes longer.
Yeah, I think this game feels a little out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a 5k gold lead at 15 minutes. That feels very hard to deal with.
Yeah, geez. I didn't even notice the gold lead had grown that big.
Yeah, Corki's not even close to any of the items he really needs.
Yeah.
He has obviously his Mirror Mana. It's not yet upgraded, but still an important pickup. Still needs the Malignance, still needs the Eclipse until we really get to that point of the game where this Corki is outputting enough damage to take over the game.
If he gets there, though, pretty much every target is going to be...
Yeah.
Every rocket is going to be, you know, team fight winning, pretty much. With so many squishy targets on DCG. He's already doing a lot of damage.
Sure is. Using that Valkyrie aggressively. Now, Cascada, he's going to get redemptioned up. So he's fairly healthy. Flash forward is not going to connect. But now he's got to outplay. Teleport coming through, but it's going to be mashed. And Cascada getting very, very low. Not going to get that Pop Blossom to pop off. And so it is just a kill picked up. Xingbai, but it's going to be returned. That's one found. There's a kill in the mid lane as well for Tide as Taco is continuing on forward. He finds 2 knockups. Q3. He's not going to be able to commit it. It's going to be Kazma who does use that crash down, but here comes a hostile takeover. It's going to connect onto both Udyr and the Pike as Taco's still going forward. Nice handshake. Oh, ICU does manage to get out of that pullback, but here comes 665 on the Vi. That cease and desist means that Kazma will eventually go down. And so all things said and done, it's 3 kills found for Halpix for just the 1 in return for Xingbai.
Oh, meanwhile, Tide picked up a kill on God JJ in the mid lane, and he's about to pick up a tier 2 tower as well. DCG rotating around. They don't actually manage to get the tier 2. Most of that fight in the bot lane, by the way, was 2 versus 4.
Okay, there's the package. Yeah, that's a usage of package. Udyr did. Going to be going down here to Tide. Yeah. And no package now means third Drake will almost certainly be uncontestable for Halpigs. There's a bit of poke coming through from Xingbai, but I mean, you've got to deal with the Aatrox in the bot lane.
I think that's the second or third time we've seen a kill denied by the Renata W.
Yeah, definitely getting a lot of value.
They did actually take down Tide in that fight. We're going to see the 1v1. God JJ immediately knows he's in trouble, heals to run away, cleanse on the Verisol, and yeah, light work for Kalista at this point. Value out of the Youmu's there. I don't think a Rageblade Kalista or on-hit Kalista maybe catches there. It was a really good look from Halpix, and one positive here is you got the shutdown on the Corki.
That root landing was very, very important.
What rooted him? What even rooted the Corki?
Nico E.
Oh, just before she died, okay.
Yeah, got it out.
Yeah.
Went flying in.
And then the Aatrox and the Renata are just running at them 2 versus 4 the entire time. And yeah, they have no way to fight back.
Okay, Richard will use top, of course, 4 minutes until you can really think that DCG have this pretty much unlosable.
Yeah, once the dragon's up.
Yeah. No, honestly, even in the 2 minute sort of time span before it, we will have Baron come up, and admittedly, not the highest Baron damage on the team. 665 might be getting caught out. Chain of Corruption, Crash Down, Magnet Storm, everything being used. Hostile Takeover, though, has kept him alive. He's going in now. This is being turned absolutely on its head. The CC's coming through. 665 will not get revived, and now Tide. He's the lethality build. He can't kite as well as perhaps you're used to seeing these Callistas. It is just going to be that 1 for 0, but by God, was it a hard kill to find.
God, they have to fight for every kill that Halpigs do, especially any kill with the Renata and Kalista are going to be there. So we'll see if ICU can hold on to this tower against a very strong Aatrox. They are still even in items. And no massive item disparities really anywhere on the map in spite of the gold lead. Oh, in the bot lane. Oh, in the support role, actually, is probably the biggest item disparity. As if you're Halpigs, you have to find a way to somehow get a big spike on one of your carries, either this Mirror Mana on the Varus or the Eclipse on Corki before this dragon is up, just so you have some hope of fighting for the soul.
Yeah, I don't even think there's enough time for that to be a reality, though, is the unfortunate truth that we're faced with here. And I'm pretty sure Xingbai's package will be 30, 40 seconds off being up when the dragon is spawned. We definitely have to keep an eye out for that, but he did use it pretty much at the time dragon was taken. It is a 30-second longer cooldown than the dragon spawn timer, so... no.
Yeah. Usually you can get away with stalling.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can in this game.
When you're so behind, when you're so behind, they can just hit it.
Yeah, like, who's really killing Taco at this point? Probably no one.
Yeah.
You really do need corky items online for that to become a reality instead of just a pipe dream.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so far, obviously, first Pyke we've seen, but not the greatest showing.
It had its moments, but
and it was so close to actually working, I think. If some of those... I mean, that first kill, if that comes through onto 665, we could have an entirely different game on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. So
now,
setting up around the Baron.
Yeah, and I mean, they don't have... Obviously, you're used to having a lot of Baron damage when you have a Callista, but the lethality Callista certainly won't be doing as much damage as the on-hit usually does.
They are a full damage comp, but no one's bringing Baron damage on this DSG lineup, DCG lineup.
They will still be able to take it, and like, you do have to respond to it fairly quickly, but it's not a situation where, well, they have a Vayne or a Varus on hit, and it's going to go down in seconds.
I think they might not be able to take it if 5 members of Hellpigs are up.
I agree. Magic and... oh, there's a minion on this blast cone.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is suspicious at all. Hey, guys. I think Xingbai may have sniffed that one out.
As honestly, Hellpigs have kind of stemmed the bleeding, right? It was a 5k gold lead at 15 minutes, and it's about the same. About the same now, grown to like 6.5.
Yeah, I think that's not so much Hellpig stemming the bleeding more than it is DCG just playing very reserved, waiting for the Dragon win con.
Yeah, they're happy to just take it to the Dragon. Callista's up an item, and Pyke still hasn't finished his first item. You're not looking for Pyke items this game, though. I don't know what you're looking for on the Pyke at this point.
You're looking for a very lucky hook onto Tide, I suppose, and then hope that results in something greater, but...
Tide picking up the Knight's Vow.
Yeah, makes this a lot harder.
Though there's plenty of poke to get it off.
Edge of Night.
Edge of Night, that's the one.
I think Knight's Vow, like, almost never see it anymore.
Yeah.
The new support items as well as just sort of the old ones sort of doing better than it. As well as quite often the melee supports just want to pick up the Frozen Heart because it is just a better comp-wise item in general and it's pretty much the same price.
Yeah. Yeah, as well as Locket just being very strong. There's just a lot of strong items that you want on your supports, as Xingbai has his package.
He does. But this
Good
does look very
engage.
hard. Magnestorm comes through. It's going to only land onto one. It's Chris Garter who does get the Pot Blossom off. He's very low. Does go down, but not before he takes out Xingbai as well. Now Taco's on the back line. God JJ flashes, but he flashes the wrong direction. Now Taco's flashing forward too. It's so far. It's a 2 for 2, but it looks like ICU will be taken out. Tide claiming that one. Crash down coming through from Kazma. But this Rel will not have the damage to kill a Callista. Will be going down. That's a double kill on the top side. Arling trying to run for his dear life up against this absolutely mammoth Taco, and he does just claim him down, slaps him across the face with that Darkened Blade, and it's going to result in an ace for 2 and the Dragon Soul now for DCG, so
Good
really
try.
at the point where it's...
Good try from Hellpigs. They gave it a go. It's going to be really hard to come back against the Soul. It's not impossible. I don't think they actually use the Infernal Soul that well, but I think Xingbai kind of just sprints it here. This was a bit much, I think, with the package.
Or he used it to dodge out of the hostile takeover.
Yeah, he instantly gets violed at the...
Yeah, but I think he had to, because otherwise he just gets hostile takeover and dies anyway. And
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so hard to play from this far behind. They needed a miracle fight anyway.
I think if this game's even, maybe it works out a lot better. But
yeah. Sucks that the Callista finished her Edge of Night. He did plenty of damage in the fight.
Yeah.
God JJ just found on his own as his entire team flies in onto the enemy backline, and he's left alone with Taco.
Yeah, and I think
quick work of him.
I think I know who I favour in that there 1v1. Now, Baron obviously is started by DCG. The Scrying Orb will spot out the fact that that's happening. Teleport also going to be coming in here for ICU. Doesn't have Ghost available.
Nice
Chris Garter might be getting caught out, but looks like he should be fine to just run away. And Taco sitting eerily here in this top side river bush.
Now they're going to need to connect some of this poke if they want to stop this Baron attempt.
Well, they are. They've got an DCG off it for now. And again, there isn't all that much Baron damage. It's kind of hard for DCG to just sit in Hellpigs' face and try to take it. They are looking, though. Kazma is no way near. Verisalt does come out. Piercing Arrow will not connect. And so, kind of just a massive cooldown especially around this Baron, is going to no longer be available. Now, is going to be this Baron started up once more.
Still going down pretty slow.
It is. Taco now showing his face. Kazma as well. He might be looking for something, but here comes the pop blossom. It lands onto 2. Wow. That's going to be Xingbai going down. Does find the return kill onto Chris Carter, however, and through comes a hostile takeover. It's going to connect onto 1. It's going to be Tide, who picks himself up a kill. Now Kazma in the middle of 3 with that Magnus Storm is certainly not going to be able to survive. Down he goes. It's a double for Taco. It's going to be a triple or... Triple, yep, it is a triple for Tide, and a clean wipe there. Obviously, Chris Carter going down. No need for this Baron now. We're going to look towards inhibs.
Yeah, and it is so sad watching God JJ in these fights. Without his ult especially, he's just running around in circles while Aatrox chases him and almost always is going to catch him without the team there to peel him. You're kind of seeing the weakness of this Pyke, because they're not even getting bad looks in these fights, but just the disparity in strength. Like, the Pyke is pretty much their down a champ. As Xingbai actually dies really early in this fight, he gets hit by the Nico root there. He does trade a kill. They have so much damage. But yeah, once Corki goes down, there's no damage. Corki is your hope of winning this game, is watch Taco just walk around autoing God JJ to death.
Yeah, flash handshake.
Maybe a little bit spiteful.
Yeah. I like the
So they didn't actually take the Baron.
Okay, Corki now 3 items, so you've got a little bit of a chance, but I think maybe too little too late. 4 items available for Tide.
Yeah.
And there's also 3 here for Chris Carter on that Nico. Obviously, should be less impactful in general in terms of damage than Corki.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you need this damage when you've just got such a strong Aatrox, such a strong Kalista.
Helpix should still definitely contest this. This is the only...
Yeah,
this is the only situation they're going to be strong, but the Baron's already dead.
Yeah, it's just gone down. That was teleport, of course, used by Xingbai. Arden getting very, very aggressive here, walking towards the side of DCG. ICU and Taco battling it down on the bot side. Build into used. God JJ, good flash to get himself nice and safe. Through comes some of these piercing arrows, but ultimately it is going to be ICU just taken out in fairly quick fashion. And now Baron pushes on. It's 4v5.
Yeah, this might just be a push and end. They do have a lot of poke and wave there on Helpix.
Oh my god! Okay.
Just flash autos him.
Yeah, Arding gonna land the hook, trying to land a stun, but I think it's all too little too late as the wipe comes through almost immediately. 27 kills to 8 in a 27-minute game. It is a very, very decisive game 1 for DCG.
Yeah, a couple of disasters in the early game for Helpix, and DCG kind of take the lead.